Hush now, my baby, be still, love, don't cry. Sleep as you're rocked by the stream. Sleep and remember my last lullaby, and I'll be with you as you dream. What's going on, my little bundle of chestnuts? It's your girl, Winchester here, and I'm still pregnant. Somebody actually requested that on TikTok, and I just wanted to see if I can do it, and then, I was thinking about stopping it, and I'm just like, nah, that's a random-ass video, so, I'm very sorry about that if you were like, what the fuck was that? But then, to the rest of you, you're welcome. I'm just kidding, that's fucking stuck up. You're welcome, I know I can sing. For real though, so I did want to do like a different type of video, like, since I am indeed pregnant, you know, it's kind of obvious at this point, you know, not only the shirt, but also the belly, you know, I got the bod. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of touch base on, like, and, like, be real with you about, like, the type of mom I'm going to be. Now, oh shit, I should have made key points, hang on, because my ADHD is gonna go crazy, and I'm just gonna veer off topic like I'm doing right now. So I'll be right back to go make some key points, to go make some bullets. Okay, so first I'm gonna talk about the way I was raised, and the way I want to be different for my child. So, the way I was raised, okay, ooh, my favorite, okay.
You were born a girl, you dress like a girl. If you look between your legs, you'll see a vagina. Therefore, you're a girl, so you have to dress like a girl.
Karen! Okay, so just because, okay, this seriously just irks me. Like, I hate it when parents do this. I hate it when they're like,
well, if you look at your chromosomes...
No! Okay, I need to calm myself down. Okay, I need to calm down. Okay, Karen, what's between my legs, what's between anyone's legs is none of your business, okay? Now, the whole, like, you know, gender identity and sex are two totally different things. However, I was born a female. I identify as a female. So I go by she, her. I'm she, her. That's the pronouns I use. But let's say my brother, his sex is boy. Therefore, when a doctor asks you sex, he's gonna say male. But if he identifies as a female, he might go by she, her. And then people will respect him. Well, they should respect him. Or else I'm going to beat some asses and call him she, her, because that's what she wants to be called. But, so now, let's say I identified as a male. Let's say I, you know, try to tell everybody I'm a man, I identify as a man, I feel as though I am trapped in the wrong body, I want to get rid of my tits, I want to have my vagina turn into a penis, because we can do that now, and it's amazing that people, that we're allowed to do that now. But anyway, if a doctor asks me, biologically, are you female or are you a male? I would say I was born female. So the whole argument of what's between your legs and the whole chromosome thing is irrelevant. And I just feel like it should be said. You know, like, you know,
your chromosomes say XX or XY.
No. Scientifically, yes. But there's another thing too. People who have gender dysmorphia or gender dysphoria, or I can't pronounce it, I'm very sorry. But people who are born with this and say, I am in the wrong body, I want to transform into a different body. Like, I can't explain it the right way. I can only explain it to you. I can't understand it for you. So, Karen, I understand that you're a dinosaur, so you have, like, a rock brain, like a stone-ass mind. So, And like, I get it, and I'm very sorry that you were sheltered as a child and you weren't given enough love, but I'm gonna tell you that I can only explain it to you. I can't understand it for you. So, but anyway, let's try to explain it this way. So yes, if you're a female, your chromosomes would be XX, and if you're a man, your chromosomes would be XY. So I hate the argument of, look between your legs. Well, what's in between your legs? That's none of your business. That is none of your business, and it's very disgusting that you think about what's between another person's legs. And also for the whole chromosome thing, the reason why people have that, mindset is because there's something in the body, there's a hormonal imbalance. Maybe the female has too much testosterone. Maybe the male has too much estrogen, which happens. And they're also thinking that it could also be an extra chromosome or the wrong chromosome, and that's just genetic, and it's not even their fault. That's just genetically how they are. So quit calling them mental ill. Quit telling them that they have to look between their legs and then just be like, oh, okay, I'm a female, that solves it then. No, fuck you if you think like that. I hate that shit. I hate it. I'm sorry. I can't stand that shit. What's between their legs is none of your business. And I hate that. I need to calm myself down. Hang on. Don't even get me started, Karen. Okay. So, you were born like a girl, you dress like a girl. I will dress however I want. Thank you. So the thing is about that, the reason why that's how I was raised is, I'm not trans, I am a female, I am girl through and through, okay? But my parents made me dress up like girly girl, and for a while I liked it, but then I started to see all of the dark phases in middle school, and the scene swoop with the bangs and the Hot Topic shopping and all of the Hot Topic clothes. I loved it. I wanted to do that. My mom looked at me and said no, because that's devil worshiper. Goth people worship the devil. They do cat sacrifices to the devil. So I couldn't dress like that, so I was forced to dress girly girl, and then I was kind of forced to like it, whatever. So, high school rolls around, I'm not living with my mom anymore. I ask my dad, can I dress this way? No. Well, why not? Because you're my little girl. Okay, fuck you. So, now that I'm 20, I keep saying 19, because I've only been 20 for a month, so it's hard to get used to. But since I am 20, I am going to Hot Topic more and more, and yes, I am living under my dad's roof, and I am buying things like collars and stuff, and my dad literally looks at me and goes, but he can't say shit because I'm 20. Okay, another way I was raised. Sex is taboo. No, it's not. It's not. Okay, it's not. And I'm not telling all these 12-year-olds so they could be like,
Mom, can't even just say it's taboo. I'm gonna go have sex with my boyfriend.
boyfriend. No. Sit your 12-year-old ass down. That's not what I meant. Okay, so I'm telling you that as a mom, okay? I was telling you that as an older sister. Now I'm telling you that as a mom. Sit your ass down. Okay. Put some Looney Tunes on. So, the reason why I say it's not taboo is because of the way they went about it. I couldn't be caught holding hands with a guy. I couldn't be caught, and since I am bisexual, I couldn't even have sleepovers at girls' houses sometimes, especially the way I would talk about them. If I had a girl that was my friend, or just just friends, I didn't have feelings for them at all. I just would smile a lot about them because nobody liked me. It was rare that I had a friend that wanted to text and call and sleep over. Yes, I'm gonna be excited about that. My ugly duckling ass has a friend that wants to hang out with me. Of course I'm gonna get excited. I'm gonna be but my mom would automatically think there was a lesbian relationship going on there.
Be like, oh my god, no, sex is taboo. You can't hang out with her.
I swear my family would have sent me to gay camp if I wasn't bi. Like, if I was gay, like, just lesbian, they would send me to a gay camp with a lot of... They would send me to a gay camp, and then we'll see how that works out, because I'm a very spiteful person, and I'm a very petty person. Like, yes, I will respect my elders, but I will do it in the most disrespectful way possible. Like, I don't okay, let me explain this to you. They told me I would not be able to graduate high school. I graduated high school and walked with my class because they told me I couldn't. So I showed them that I could, and I did, okay? So, what is wrong with me? Like, why am I so freaking petty right now? I don't get it. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna film a video, I'm so pumped, and now I'm like, listen here, Karen. I'm like, why? I wasn't angry before. Why am I so angry right now? I don't understand. But, I don't understand what's wrong with me. But anyway, the point is, so yeah, they went about it like, you know, sex until marriage. You can have a boyfriend when you're married. You can have a girlfriend when you're married. And even then, because I was bisexual, it was never you can have a girlfriend when you're married. It was always a boyfriend. Well, I'm engaged to a guy now, so I guess it kind of sunk in somehow, but I still made out with a bunch of girls and fucking had a girlfriend and almost lost my virginity to a girl. But that's another story for another time. Hello, Mom. I'll tell you that's another story for another time, okay? But, I almost lost my virginity to a lot of girls, like... So, freaking, anyway, my fiance is bi, so there's that. Oh my god, like, I think I'm spiteful in a way as to, like, my mom thought I would get married to a straight man. And he's not even straight! He's a man, but he ain't straight. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Mom. I love you. It's just, I don't know. I think she was just trying to tell me, like, the same way she was raised. And, like, it took her a while to understand, really. And, like, there was a lot of late night conversations where I'm like, Mom, I can't change the way I am. I can't pray about being straight. I can't go to bed, hope that I'll be straight, and then wake up one day straight. I just want you to accept me as my mom. Like, that's all I want. And it took her a little bit, but she did. So, just, yeah. Let me wrap this video up real quick. Okay. Your vagina is taboo and it's wrong. Okay. So, the reason why I don't know a lot about my vagina is because of the fact that they thought if I kept asking questions about it, like, I feel like my mom was kind of embarrassed about it because she was taught to be embarrassed about it. So, she taught me that I should be embarrassed about it. So, I mean, if that makes sense, like, if I had a question about it, she would answer it like you're supposed to, but I couldn't just randomly go like, hey, Mom, my vagina be itching and burning. She'd be like, I'd have to ask her a question and be like, hey, Mom, is it normal for your vagina to be itching and burning? I can't just be like, itching and burning. It's a fucking song. It's a song. What is wrong with me? I don't understand. I am going through some fucking roller coaster over here. I don't know. I sat down and pressed record and now I'm like, this is what it's like to live with me. Like, just like watching this video is a nutshell of what it's like to live with me. There's just random screaming, random singing, random Vine references. Like, that's just what it is. Like, anyway. So, yeah, your vagina is taboo and wrong. So, basically, I couldn't talk about masturbation, even though it's a completely normal thing. I started touching myself when I was 6. Well, actually, no. I would actually, like, go up to, like, the pole that they had at freaking Reset. Oh my god, that sounds bad. No, like, you know, like, how, like, you slide down it? Well, I would just, like, hold on to it and, like, rub my legs against it, because my friend tried it one time and she told me that it felt awesome, and I was like, what the fuck? And, like, I was like, I wanted to feel this. So, I felt, like, this amazing feeling that tickled, so I'm just giggling as I'm sliding down the pole. And I told my mom about it, and she goes, don't do that. And I didn't realize what it was until I masturbated for the first time when I was like 14. And I was like, hey, that feels like what it felt like at the, oh no. And what's even more fucked up, it's like I had another friend, and I walked up to my friend, I was like, dude, you gotta try sliding down the pole like this. I was like, dude, you gotta try sliding down the pole like this. Like, you gotta feel this, man. So, we walked up to all these first graders, like, all of our fellow first grade classmate girls, and we're just like, dude, this feels awesome. So we had a bunch of fucking 6-year-olds. This is so bad. Oh my god, please don't watch this if you're 12. I didn't tell this story to anybody, and then I was just like, yo. So, I would tell my mom, I walked over to my mom when I was 6, and this is another one of the whole,
Your vagina is taboo and wrong.
So, I walked over to her, I was like, hey mom, why does it tickle when I do this at the in the playground? And my mom would be like, don't do that. And I would be like, why not? And then she told me, she's like, okay, if you want to explore, you know, my mom, the way she described it, oh my god, the way she explained it, she did her best to explain it to a 6-year-old. But this isn't how I would explain it. She just goes, well, sometimes, sweetie, when you're alone, you might want to close and lock your door. And if you wanted to explore... I can't! So, and then, but she had to emphasize, when you're alone, though, when you're alone. Now, I wouldn't even recommend public masturbation. And I didn't even know that that's what I was doing at 6 years old. Public masturbating. I was fucking masturbating in public at 6 years old. Oh my god. I didn't even know why it was so bad, or why when I repeated this to my mom. And this wasn't just by ourselves. This was like, she was like at a gathering or whatever. I just happened to walk downstairs. I just told my mom, Mom, yo, it tickles when I do this. Freaking all of her friends. All of her friends were like, why would you do this? And my mom is just sitting there like, my fucking child. I'm so sorry, Mom. I was fucking masturbating at 6 years old at the fucking park. At school. I'm gonna teach my child not to do that. But anyway, so then she taught me about it. Like, she talked to me about it, and she told me that it's supposed to be a private thing, so to quit doing it at school at the playground. And I was like, well, why would I want to stick my fingers in it? That's weird. I'm just gonna continue rubbing my legs. So I'm just like, this is extremely graphic. But I'm just like, why would I want to do that, though? Then I was 14, and I was like, oh, okay. I was 14 and single, and somebody on Kick taught me how to do it, and I was like, oh, okay. Again, that's another story for another time. The point of all of this. The point of all of this. I have a point, I promise. I'm just laughing too hard to get to it. I have a point, I promise. Okay. I'm crying. Okay, the point of all of this is that if I had a question about my vagina or about like anything that goes on down there, my mom would get really embarrassed like, she would still tell me, like, she'd be out front with it. She'd be like, oh my god, Amberlee, yes, it's normal. And then she would tell me why. But my grandmother was more like, it's taboo and wrong, because I would ask a question about it, or, like, I would Google it because I was too embarrassed to ask anybody else, because I'm an adult now. Like, my vagina is my own thing. You know, I've gotten taller, it changed. I got older, it changed, you know. And yeah, and they use the excuse of,
I changed your diaper before.
yes, but that was when I was bald. Okay. Like, I was bald. And a baby, so it's not really the same thing. I'm pretty sure if I had a choice, I'd be like, yo. I'd be like, we're getting a little personal. You might want to back up. I can do it myself. But since I was a baby, I didn't know any different. But since I'm not, and I'm older, and I'm not bald, it's fucking different, okay? So I would Google a question, and then my grandma would, like, go through my Google history, because she's grandma, she's nosy, you know. And I would just hear Amberlee from my room, and I'm like, oh shit, what'd she find? I have to delete my history. So now every time I go on Google, I have to delete my search history, because I still get scared that they're like, what is she asking on Google? Anyway, it doesn't matter if it's toxic, I'm the parent. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna stop laughing. I'm sorry, I laugh about my trauma. I joke about whatever childhood trauma I have that I'm, like, talking about, because that's how I deal with it. Like, but anyway, the way people are like, you know, I don't care if you don't like it. I will go through your room. I will go through your phone. I will go through your journal, and I don't care what you think about it, because I'm the parent and I said so. Now, the way I'm going to be different. There's a difference between commanding respect and demanding respect. Here's how I'm going to command respect from my child. I respect you and your belongings. I tell you, you know, whenever I'm going somewhere, I respect you. I would like it to, if you respect me, because I am an adult, and I would appreciate if you respect an adult the way I respect you. Demanding respect is more like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this randomly. Do not ask me why, because I said so, because I'm the parent, because I birthed you. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care. You're gonna respect me. I'm not gonna respect you, and that's all there is to it, because I said so, because I'm the parent. And you have to deal with it because I'm the parent. That right there is toxic. That right there is controlling. And I do not appreciate that. The way my mom and my dad approached a situation, I would approach it a lot differently. Like, as far as corporal punishment, like spanking goes, I was spanked as a child. I turned out okay. But the thing that's, like, humiliating about it is because most of the time it was in public. The way I would deal with that is, like, yes, if they're younger, I think spanking is okay. If they're younger. If they're, like, maybe under 6 or more like under 10, maybe under 10. But I wouldn't do it in public. I would be like, you know, obviously if they're like a toddler or something and they're on the floor throwing a tantrum, and you know, I feel like I would approach it in different ways. Like, if they're throwing a tantrum because they're overstimulated and because they're like 2, and the lights, the sounds, the people, and the fact that they can't really express their opinions as well as we can get irritating for them. You know, it is hard being 2, you know? So, as somebody, as an age regressor, you know, I understand, for real. Like, not even just as an age regressor, but also, like, as an empathetic person, you know? Like, as an empathetic person that understands human nature and biology, you know, and freaking... So, the lights and the sounds and everything can be too much for them, especially if they are special needs. So the way I would deal with that is I would be like, okay, tell me what you want. Like, okay, what do you want? There's a difference between if I already said no. If I didn't already say no, but they just wanted something and just decided to throw themselves on the floor. I have no idea what's happening. So I'm just gonna be like, okay, what do you want? You know, let's take some deep breaths. Okay, now tell mommy what you want. Tell me what you want. And if they tell me something that they want that they can't have for some reason, I would calmly explain to them, no, you can't have that because you're gonna have dinner soon. You don't need ice cream. I think that's a pretty good explanation right there. It's not because I fucking said so, fucking twat. Like, I don't think it should be like that. I think it should be like, you know, like, you can't have ice cream right now because I'm cooking dinner. You will eat in a little bit, but maybe if you wait after dinner, if you eat all of your food, then you can have ice cream. They might understand that perfectly well, and if they don't and they throw a tantrum, then yes, beat that ass, by all means. But try communicating first. That's the thing. Try communicating first. Because my parents didn't do that. My parents just fucking... I'm over here just like, what'd I do? Why is that not okay? You're just establishing that you're the parent and you can do whatever you want until they're 18. That's all you're doing when you do that. So I would just communicate first. I would just be like, I said no, here's why. Not... because I said so. Just freaking... If they keep asking that, I might say that, though. I don't know. You are an individual. You may express yourself any way you please. Yes, okay. If my child walked over to me, like my 4-year-old son, maybe, and he's like, Mom, I saw this cute... Like, if he's looking at a dress or whatever... at Walmart. Like, say we're at Walmart and he sees a pretty dress and he's staring at it. He might be staring at it because it's new, because the colors, because he saw another little girl looking at it and he's fascinated by it. You know, it could be that. But let's say I'm painting my nails. So let's use another example. Let's use another approach. Let's say I'm painting my nails and he walks over to me and he goes, I want some. Am I going to tell him, no, nail polish are for girls. You're not a girl. You're a boy. No. I'd be like, okay, let's see if you like it. I'll paint his nails. If he likes it and wants me to do it again, I'll do it again. Because yes, it could be a phase. It could be a phase. You know, it's the expression phase. It's the what's okay for me to wear, what isn't okay for me to wear, what do I like, what do I not like. You know? So whether it's a phase or not, it's your job as a parent to tell them that they are different, and it is absolutely okay. It is absolutely okay to be different and like what you like. As the parent, it's your job to teach them that. As a parent, it's your job to teach them that it is okay for them to express individuality. As a parent, it is your job to make sure your child feels loved all the time. I don't care if my child is gay. I don't care if they're trans. I care if they're loved, if they're happy, if they're celebrated, if they feel like they have a place in my heart. That's what I care about, and that's what you should care about. What's wrong with you if you don't? Seriously, how do you have a child and then just be like, oh, you're fucking gay? Nah, you're not my son. Or like, nah, you're not my daughter. I don't have a daughter. I have a son. I don't have a son. I have a daughter. Fuck you, okay? I'm having head pains. But for real though, like, it makes me want to cry because, like, it makes me want to cry because of the fact of, like, I don't know, like, I can't imagine my child feeling like I don't love them because of who they are, or because of who they feel like they are, or because of what they like, or I can't imagine my child feeling like I don't love them, and the fact that you are perfectly okay with it. The fact that you will look at your child and tell them that they're sinning and you don't appreciate them sinning, and
They won't sin in your house, Karen.
they're gonna feel like you don't love them, and you're perfectly fine with that. And I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Oh, it makes me emotional. Like, just, why am I so emotional? But for real though, like, I can't. Now if my son, let's say my son is 16. You know, my son's 16. I walk into his room He's getting ready for a school dance. You know, I walk into his room just to see how he's doing. You know, he leaves his door open. I happen to walk by. And he's putting on makeup. And he whirls around and goes, Mom, I'm sorry. Like, I would just be like, what do I do? Do I hand him the makeup remover and say, wipe that shit off, you're a fucking boy? No. I'd be like, son, you gotta teach me how to do that winged eyeliner. Like, that eyeliner is flawless. How did you do that eyeshadow? You really gotta teach me that. Or, maybe it looks okay, but not on par with his mother's makeup skills. So, what I would do is take a blending brush and I'd be like, sweetie, you gotta blend your foundation a little bit more. Like, I literally would not give a fuck. I would just want my son to feel loved and appreciated. And yes, we would talk about it, but only if he wants to. Only if he wants to feel like he wants to talk about it. If he just wants me to know that he's just expressing himself, he doesn't feel comfortable explaining his sexuality, he doesn't feel comfortable explaining all that, he doesn't have to. And I'm not gonna out him to all of my friends. There are some Karens that are perfectly fine with it or whatever, and by fine with it, I mean they get Christian props for telling all of their friends that they have a gay son and that they accepted him, even though he is not ready to tell anybody else except for his fucking mom. And it makes it okay for Karen to be like, my son is gay, and I am so okay with it. Like, and he didn't even want other people to know other than you, and you just outed him to the entire world. Like, you know what, Karen? He didn't even come out to you. You watched him write it in his journal. Like, you watched him tell his friend that he was gay, and you decided to just tell all of your other friends. You outed him before he was ready. Fuck you. Honestly. Like, I would not out him to my friends. I would not out him to my parents. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, my son is gay. What do I do? I would just be like, okay, he likes putting on makeup. He might be gay. I suspect he's gay. But I'm not going to pressure him on it, and I'm not going to ask him, son, are you gay? Because he's not ready to fucking tell me. He will tell me when he's ready. Same thing goes for my daughter. Say my daughter's getting ready for prom, and instead of a dress, she's putting on her dad's tuxedo. I would come help her straighten the tie. Sorry, it was dinner time, but now I forgot where I was. Okay, no, I remember. There's nothing in this. Okay, so yeah, that's right. We were on the whole like equality thing. So I think I've pretty much covered that. So yeah, because I was saying that if my daughter was dressing up for prom in a tux, I would help her straighten out her tie instead of being like,
sweetie, why aren't you wearing a dress?
Like, I would have been like, you can dress however you want. It's fucking prom, you know? You dress nice. You dress what you think is nice on you, you know? Like, whatever you think makes you look your best, that's how you go to prom. If she wants to wear a tux for prom, she can wear a fucking tux. You know, my kids can wear whatever they want to express themselves. As long as they are not leaving the house naked, I don't care what they wear. It's a dress, not a yes. Okay? So, we just have to teach our sons that, like, that mentality. Not, oh, she's wearing short shorts and a crop top. Let's go, boys. She's asking for it. No. Sit your ass down. Unless she says, yes. And an I don't know because they're scared to tell you no is not a yes either. If you pressure a woman until she says yes by telling her that you're not going to love her unless she does it, that is also not consent. A consent is a yes, I would, or just a yes. That is consent. Consent is not, well, no, I don't know. Maybe, no, that's not consent. That is a, let me think about it because I am scared of you and I'm trying to be nice. You think the friend zone is hard? Try having a creepy-ass, predatory-ass friend that doesn't take no for an answer. That's hard, okay? Teach your sons that a dress does not mean yes. Do not come to me and tell me that my daughter is dressed like a whore and she was asking for it. No. Fuck you. Okay. come to me with anything and know that I love you. Yes. So if my daughter were to come over to me and be like, hey mom, I feel like I want to have sex, I wouldn't be like, absolutely not, who is this boy, you're not allowed to see him, blah, 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 blah. No. I wouldn't freak out. I would be like, okay, do you feel like you want to have sex because you feel that he is your boyfriend and that's just the next step, or because he asked you and he wants you to? Or do you feel like you're just ready to have sex and like you want to? And if she were to tell me, well, he wants to have sex and he has kept asking me and I finally feel like I want to have sex. No. I would tell her, you can, but you don't have to. True love is not having sex for them. Having sex, a true relationship, like a true love, is not doing the next thing because they want you to. That's not it. You should feel like you want to have sex when you feel like, you know what, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, I want to take the next step with this person, I am ready. I feel confident, and I know that if they were to leave me afterward, I would be fine. That is when, true love is not, you know what, he keeps asking me, I'm gonna have sex. That's not, no. I would explain that to her. I would be like, know that you don't have to. Not having sex with your boyfriend does not mean that you don't love him. And if he can't see that, he's not the one for you. Know that you are worth more than that. You are not just a body, and you are not just a piece of meat. And you are definitely not something for him to take whenever he is ready. It's whenever you are ready. So if you're not ready, you need to tell him, look, I'm just not ready yet. And if he can't respect that, he's not the one. I would encourage her to tell him that. But if she doesn't tell him that, that is ultimately her decision, and it is ultimately her body. And if she were to just tell me, no, mom, I'm just ready. Like, we've talked about it for a while. We've been together for a while. We've been together for a year, 2 years, 6 months, however long it's been, And we both feel that we're ready, and he respects my decision if I want to wait. I would be like, yes, okay. Let's, do you know anything about condoms? Like, do you know anything about STDs? Do you know anything about teen pregnancy? Like, I would have a full-ass conversation with her. And I would also talk to my son about sex, and if he doesn't feel comfortable with his mom telling him about sex, totally fine. But I would still encourage safe sex with both genders of my kids, I would just be like, do whatever makes you happy, do whatever you want to in your relationship, as long as it is safe, healthy, you're not being abused, and you are both happy. And as long as you are being safe. I do not care. But if you come home and tell me that little boy broke your heart after you had sex, mommy is going hunting, okay? So, because, you are worth so much more than what a man tells you he is ready to do. You are worth so much more than what a man tells you. You are worth so much more than anyone tells you. And I hope you know that. And I love you. Those 3 words are always going to be said to my kids. My kids are never going to question whether or not I love them. My kids are never going to grow up wondering if they're worth it just because they're gay. And both parents are bi. So if my kid is straight, I would love them the same way if they were bi, like me and their father. I would love them the same way if they